Hello! Today we're gonna do something a little different. I often get asked like my favorites at certain places or just my favorite types of restaurants and foods and stuff and everything like that. So we're gonna start a new little series today. I'm gonna just kind of start by like specifically talking about certain parks, and then like we'll eventually move into like different types of foods, like if we go into like character meals and stuff like that. One of the most common questions I get is what my favorite options or most recommended options are for Magic Kingdom. So Magic Kingdom, as we all know, is the classic Walt Disney World park. It's where you can find Cinderella's castle. They have all kinds of options ranging from various character options that are high end. You can literally dine inside Cinderella's castle, or you can eat a hot dog on Main Street. So there's all kinds of different options for different people. I'm gonna go in and basically name like my favorite two of each category, and then we'll touch on just in general what the vegan options are at Magic Kingdom. So then that way you can have an idea of what you might want to eat, whether it's something that I suggest or not. Everyone has different preferences. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this. All right, so I wanna start off with quick service options, because I feel like that's the most common option that people usually do whenever they dine at Disney, because most people don't want to take up time and do a table service restaurant, whereas I will gladly have someone serve me and sit in air conditioning for as long as possible. Let's preface the fact that everybody knows that food at Magic Kingdom, specifically quick service, is usually not good. Does not matter if you're vegan or not. Anyone I ever talk to, any of my clients, anyone, no one really likes food at Magic Kingdom. So we're gonna take that with a grain of salt. So I am gonna say my favorites, that is out of, not great options. We just gotta be honest here, Okay, so my favorite one, ironically enough, was one I hated for years. I hated this restaurant. It never had good options. The food was always just like, not like gutter, bottom of the barrel. But honestly, Cosmic Ray's Starlight Cafe has won my heart a little bit. They have this patty melt now. I'm gonna read the full description on it because I have notes. It's an Impossible Burger topped with plant-based Swiss cheese, a pickle slaw, and asteroid sauce on toast. So basically it's, the asteroid sauce, I would almost say it's kind of like a mayo chip-ish vibe. The cheese is not really gonna be melted. The bread's gonna be a little bit mushy, but the flavors are good, and so it's not like an amazing option by any means, but it is tasty, it's easy, it's quick. I can get it for my son and he'll just eat it without the extra accoutrements on it, aka the slaw. But it's actually pretty good. You get a nice huge seating area of indoor seating. There is also outdoor seating if it's one of those days that you are willing to sit outside. And of course you can see sunny eclipse, which is everybody's favorite. And then honestly, my second pick on this, again, the Magic Kingdom quick service food is not good. Is gonna be Pinocchio's Village House. Now, okay, I know it's Pinocchio's Village House. You're probably like, They have a plant-based cheese pizza. You can also get it kids, but you have to order it through the allergy coordinator. But it's literally just tomato sauce and vegan cheese. Now, what I'm gonna say is I recommend the gluten-free one over the not gluten-free one, because the classic one comes essentially on pita bread. It's very soft, and then the cheese they use, which I believe is Follow Your Heart, it becomes like super soupy and kind of hard to eat. It's just it's a very mushy texture situation. So I like the gluten-free one because it comes on this really good cauliflower crust. It's actually a bigger portion, and the crust itself is actually more of a pizza crust and not actually pita bread. I do wish it had toppings, but beggars can't be choosers when you are eating at Magic Kingdom. I do also want to mention an honorable mention to the Columbia Harbor House, because they have the new crispy mushroom roll. Now that one is cornmeal fried mushrooms with a plant-based spicy tartar sauce. It's not spicy. Lettuce, tomatoes, and pickles on a roll. The only reason that it's not on one of the top picks is because the consistency has been atrocious since they released this one like a month ago now. Mine I really enjoyed. I have had so many friends who have gotten it since then who have basically no sauce, or the mushrooms are burnt. So please, 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 if this happens to you, go talk to the coordinator or the manager or something, because it needs to be consistent for it to actually be good. And if we don't say anything, they're never gonna know that there's an issue. So, that is it for quick service. Those are the ones I would recommend the most. Now, additionally, you can go to Casey's Corner. They have the Chicago style plant-based dog. It's not good. You can get it plain. The only reason I'm saying it's not good is because it's not a Chicago style dog. They did not nail it. But you can get a plain one and then just get the toppings on it however you want. Just put like mustard on it or whatever. And so that's fine. And then Pecos Bill's used to be one of my favorites, but they have since gotten rid of the black beans for their rice bowl. It's a veggie rice bowl. It's basically like, you know, your classic like rice, some sauteed peppers and onions and beans. And it used to be black beans, but they changed it to pinto beans. I have not had it since they did that because it doesn't look good, but also my friend got it and she said that she'd be fine never eating that again. So I'm gonna take her word on that and just not get that. So yeah, that's it for the quick service options at Magic Kingdom. Now, you might like something I don't, that's cool too. If you have a favorite, let me know in the comments, because I do like to know whatever other people like, because it's just my palette and everyone else has a different one. So let's continue on. We're gonna go to my favorite table service restaurants at Magic Kingdom. Now, we have a wide variety, and I'm gonna be totally honest, I have not eaten at every single one of them, but I will explain why. But I'm gonna tell you my absolute favorite one, my most recommended restaurant to anyone ever going to Walt Disney World is gonna be Jungle Navigation Co. Skipper Canteen. Now, the reason I recommend that one over everything else is because that food there is creative, it has flavor, and they have something for everyone, including a vegan kids meal, which as a parent, love that they have kids meal. So you can start your meal there, and it's called the Falls Family Falafel. The descriptions on these, I'm going to read them all verbatim because they're very silly. A secret recipe of chickpeas, garlic, onions, lemon juice, and herbs served in a house-made edamame hummus and toasted pumpkin seeds. They're great. They are more on like the fluffy side than like a dense falafel. They're very delicious. The vegan option for the entree is the curry vegetable crew stew. A favorite of the crew stew, especially stew, seasonal vegetables and pineapple tofu and a house-made curry sauce served with coconut rice. This option also comes in a kid's version, which is really cool. It also doesn't note it, but it comes with a bread. It's kind of like a tortilla, but it's thicker. It's very similar to the bread you get when you get the vegan bread service at Sanaa. So if you've ever had that, that's what it's like, just not gluten-free. But the flavors in this one is really good. The vegetables are always like cooked perfectly. The crispy pineapple tofu is so good. You get so much of it. There's a ton of rice. It's a very, very filling option, and it's absolutely delicious. If you are not someone who wants curry, you can actually modify Niall Nellie's noodle bowl. So this, I'm gonna read the description as is, and I will let you know how you modify it. So it says Niles and Niles of rice noodles, sauteed shrimp tossed with a spicy tamarind sauce, pickled radish, eggs, toasted peanuts, and fresh cut herbs. So obviously no eggs, no shrimp, easy enough. They'll actually sub the tofu, which when I got it, I just had like plain cubes of tofu, but I know Princess and the Bear got it, and they actually got the pineapple tofu, which would be so good with this. That noodle dish is not as good as previous noodle dishes have been at Skipper Canteen. They used to have the Perkins noodles, RIP, were so good. These I thought were gonna be like a pad thai based on the descriptor, but the tamarind sauce, it, like, I don't know, it was really citrusy, and it was fine. But if I'm gonna get an entree there, I'm gonna get the curry stew because that's way better. And then for dessert, they have Panna Connie's Congo Lime Delight. It's a lime panna cotta served with mango lime sorbet and fresh fruit. This is a very polarizing dessert. You either really like it or you really hate it. I like it. Obviously, I'm suggesting it. The panna cotta texture isn't too gelatinous. Sometimes I found that I never had panna cotta until being vegan, so I have no idea what the texture is supposed to be like, but I don't like food that jiggles. So this one's good for me. The lime sorbet is really tasty too. It's like nice and tart, and then they even have these like little like jalapenos on it too, so there's like a little hit of spice too. It's really good. Definitely recommend. My other recommended restaurant would be the Plaza restaurant. Now, I have not had the house salad, which is what their appetizer is. It's mixed greens, sliced cucumbers, tomatoes, and a maple vinaigrette. I've gone a few times in the last couple months and not gotten it because I know how much food I'm gonna get when I go there, and I don't want to fill my tummy with a salad when I can get all these other things. So I'm sure it's fine, but it's salad. The entree here is an Impossible Chili Burger. Now, when I first heard that, I was like, that sounds like it's gonna be really hard to eat. And surprisingly, it's actually not. So it's an Impossible Burger topped with, they're calling it Impossible Chili, but I'm pretty sure it's just bean chili. And if we're being totally honest, I'm pretty sure it's just pinto beans, but whatever, I didn't write the menu. It has a pico de gallo and plant-based cheddar, and it's on a potato roll. So the burger's huge. I mean, it's like this big. It's a ton of food. It's seasoned well. It is delicious. I did not think I was gonna like it when I went because I was like, who puts chili on a burger? But honestly, it's good. 10 out of 10 recommend. Plus you will leave very full. You can also get a vegan milkshake if you ask. If Chef Ken's working, then he will make you the best one. But the other chefs will also do it. They have vanilla and they have chocolate available for those. So definitely recommend doing that. But if you are not a milkshake person, the dessert here is one of my absolute favorite desserts on all of Walt Disney World property. I've gotten it twice in like a month span, and it was so good both times. So it's a mouthful, dark chocolate banana bread pudding with soy milk frozen dessert. It's described as dark chocolate banana bread pudding topped with chocolate sauce and a soy milk frozen dessert. It's vegan ice cream. I don't know why they call it soy milk frozen dessert. That sounds weird. But the banana bread is super soft, and then like sometimes you'll get it where like the edges are like really crispy, and then it has all this chocolate. Oh my god, it's just so good. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. I think about it all the time. So like if you need to do a sit down, or if you just want to get a dessert, you can make a reservation here and just get dessert. No one's gonna stop you. So I mean, do it. And then an honorable mention for this one is gonna be technically two restaurants, but they're connected. Liberty Tree Tavern and the Diamond Horseshoe, they literally share a kitchen and they have the exact same menus. So this is like an all you care to enjoy family style meal. I don't recommend it when it's like super hot out because it's hearty. But if you're here in like the winter months, granted it's not like cold, but if you want something that's more of like a holiday type food, then I would recommend going here. So it starts with, it's called the cowpoke salad. It's just a tossed green salad with a house-made vinaigrette. It's fine, it's good. The main dish though is an Impossible meatloaf, and it comes with mashed potatoes, a mushroom gravy, and then whatever the seasonal vegetables are at the time. This thing is so good. They basically, I wouldn't even really say it's more like a meatloaf, it's more like 3 burger patties, but it comes with like the mushroom gravy on it, and it's just really good. It's a tasty option. It's like I said, it's hearty, so like I wouldn't eat it for like lunch in June, July, August, or September, but if you want to eat for dinner, it's not a bad option. And then dessert there is called Johnny Appleseed's Warm Apple Cake. It's topped with caramel and the whipped topping. It's really good. It's a little dense, but an apple cake is fun. It's different. I enjoyed it whenever I had it, so I would recommend that one as well. Now let's get into the rest of the restaurants at Magic Kingdom. Tony's Town Square is a great option as well. So it's a salad to start, which is fine, just salad. And then they have Impossible based meatballs with spaghetti as the entree. So it's not like amazing, but they are good. You can also get them as a kid's option, which I've done before for my kid. They just really need like a vegan Parmesan, or like, you know, bring your own nutritional yeast, something like that. I haven't had their new dessert. I only had their old one because it's been a couple of years since I went, but it's a plant-based affogato now, and it says it's a vanilla gelato, coconut milk caramel, and a chocolate cookie served with freshly brewed espresso. So honestly, it sounds delicious. I would get that. Let's see, what else we got? Crystal Palace, which I have not done since like 2020. It's a character meal. They don't list anything online that's vegan, and it's like Winnie the Pooh characters, which is fine. It's not my favorite. I don't love character meals, period. So I haven't gone back since 2020 or 2021, whenever they first reopened. But I heard that it's kind of hit or miss, depends on the chefs working, so like at your own discretion. Additionally, I have never been to Be Our Guest. It is French cuisine, which is usually not the most vegan friendly. It's never really spoke to me. The new option apparently is good. It's like seasonal vegetables and stuff. It's so expensive for what it is, and you don't even get like full, you know? So, okay, so this is the menu currently as of August 2024 for Be Our Guest. So for the starter, they have sweet corn bisque, which sounds good. It's corn, I'm sick, so I'm sorry if I sound terrible. Corn madeleine, tomato, and chive. And then their entree is pan roasted squash. So it's eggplant, black garlic puree, grilled sourdough, and olive tempeh. Sounds good, but like, that's $70. And then dessert is, just says that there's a plant-based option available at request of the trio. So I don't know what you get. I am not running to go there, and I really just don't care about it. So at some point maybe I'll go, but probably not anytime soon. And then another one I have not been to since I was in elementary school, so over 20 years ago, is Cinderella's Royal Table. Now, this is one I would like to go to again. Susanna and I have been talking about maybe going for a meal together since it's so expensive. But I know that Princess and the Bear have been recently, so if you want to go look at their videos, I'm going to put them up here. But they have been for both breakfast, and then the lunch and dinner are the same. The breakfast looks really good, so I'm going to read to you what the breakfast is. It's a traditional plant-based breakfast. So it's plant-based scrambled eggs with peppers, onions, and spinach served with Impossible breakfast sausage, charred tomatoes, and multigrain toast. Sounds good. It used to be avocado toast, so I will gladly pay $70 for that rather than $70 for avocado toast. But regardless, again, it's expensive. And when I don't really care about characters, then so, and then let's see, dinner is cauliflower. They have a pan roasted cauliflower with quinoa salad and a tomato jam and chimichurri. I'm sure it's delicious. I don't want to pay $85 to eat cauliflower though. So, I mean, there's good reason why I haven't been to those ones. But I would rather stick to Skipper Canteen if I'm going to eat at a table service restaurant at the Magic Kingdom. All right, now last, snacks. I have to talk about snacks. So pretty much our only Magic Kingdom specific snacks that you can get at Magic Kingdom are like ice creams, essentially. Now, that being said, the popcorn at Disney World is vegan. All the fresh popped popcorn is vegan. And then the Mickey pretzels are as well. So you just have to ask for them without the cheese sauce. They don't charge you less anymore, which is lame, but whatever. My go-to whenever I'm there with my family is we go to Aloha Isle, which is in Adventureland, and that's where you find the classic pineapple Dole Whip. Now, you can get the pineapple Dole Whip both just as a cup of soft serve, or you can get it in the float, which comes with pineapple juice. Both are great, perfect snack on a little hot day. I actually recently bought little things of tahini. So I have been bringing that now because unlike Disneyland, we don't have that everywhere. And this makes it so good. 10 out of 10 recommend. So they also have an orange one over at Sunshine Tree Terrace. It's vegan. So basically all of the Dole Whip flavors are vegan unless they are not fruit. Sometimes there's weird ones like coconut. I guess coconut's technically a fruit. Someone said that to me once. I didn't know that. Thought it was a nut. It's a nut. That one is vanilla based with coconut seasoning, so that one's not vegan. Same with the pistachio. There's currently like a wild berry one at Storybook Treats, and I don't know if that's vegan. I haven't been able to go there and check yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's not because they do not have that listed as a flavor on the Dole website. Anyway, Sunshine Tree Terrace has orange, sometimes strawberry, and then you can get lemon at Storybook Treats. Sometimes they have lime, which is my favorite. And then obviously pineapple aloha. And I think that's it for those. And then over at the Plaza Ice Cream Parlor, you can get vanilla or chocolate vegan ice cream. You can get it as just like a scoop or a sundae. The peanut butter sauce is vegan, but the chocolate sauce is not. And their cones contain honey, so you can't do their cones either. And then they have floats as well, so you could always get a float. All of those are gonna be delicious options. And then last is this newer smoothie. You can get that at Anti-Gravity's in Tomorrowland. It's a strawberry smoothie. It's more like a strawberry slushy in consistency, but it tastes like a smoothie. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But it's really good. It's kind of a good like breakfast because there's no breakfasts that are for quick service in the parks. So if you're willing to wait till like 10 a.m., you can get that, which is nice. But that's pretty much the entire breakdown of the vegan options at Magic Kingdom. Like I said, these are just some of my favorites that I mentioned, the ones I suggest the most to people to try if they are looking for my suggestion. Again, your palate might be different than mine, so I would love to know what your favorites are or what your like must get every time you go to Magic Kingdom is. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I sound okay. I've been sick for a week, so I'm trying my best right now. But I think I'm gonna slowly go through the parks and then maybe I will do like my favorite breakfast or something like that. But let me know what you'd like to see, and then that way we can kind of work from there, and then that way I can provide that information for you guys as well. Reminder, if you go to vegandisneyworld.com, if you head to the tab that says vegan options in the parks, I have every single park listed with every single vegan option available as well. So you can always head there for quick reference, especially if you're in the parks. I always recommend bookmarking it so that way it's quick and easy. Not everything is listed on the menus everywhere. So if you want to know some of the secret options, that's the best way to find them. So anyway, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Do you want to see my cat? Say hi, Mouse. Hi. Thank you for watching.